Well, good afternoon. Randy E. Bishop here, and every Thursday, 3 o'clock Texas time, that's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard, I come live to join you and spend some time singing some songs, sharing some stuff with you, some stories, and today is no different. If you're going to join me today, if you come on here, it's 3 o'clock again, Texas, 4 Eastern. And if you come on and you enjoy what you're hearing, do me a favor, would you like my page, like this stream, share this live stream? I know my wife will go ahead and go down to the lower, I believe, right-hand corner and hit start a watch party. And so do that so your friends and your family can join us. And you can always start a watch party even later on and come and grab the replay of the video and have your friends come along and enjoy it. So anyway, I'm going to start. Got a lot of stuff for you today. I was talking with my wife earlier. She's at work sewing at the ballet in Houston. And at her lunch break, I said, what would you like to hear today? You know, I know she's going to be tuning in, and so I hope. And anyway, so I said, what should I do? You know, what do you think? And she said, why don't you do songs for and inspired by your children? And I went, wow, that's a great idea. Now that's a few songs, and so I'm going to do that for you. There's several songs for you today. I hope you enjoy them. If again, as you enjoy it, if you would hit like, hit share, I would really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy everything that I share with you today. And here is a lullaby. Actually, it's one of the first child-inspired songs that I wrote. It's for my daughter, Vashti. Vashti is next month, no, not next month, in April, will turn 27. And so one of the first songs I wrote for a child would have been a lullaby for my daughter. So for my daughter, here you go. Hush, now baby, don't you cry. Wipe the tears out of your eyes. Daddy's right here by your side, and he'll sing a lullaby. Don't you know your daddy loves you so? Dry your eyes, I am right here by your side. Hush, my darling, don't you cry. Though the years have now gone by, Daddy's right here by your side, and I'll sing a lullaby. Don't you know Daddy loves you so? Dry your eyes, I am right here by your side. And hush, my baby, don't you cry. Wipe the tears out of your eyes. God is right here by your side, and he'll sing a lullaby. I hope I've shown that Jesus loves you so. Dry your eyes, and he'll be right here by your side. I am right here by your side. So that's the lullaby that I wrote for my daughter, and added to it through the years a little bit, just to make up for the fact that she grew, and one day she'll be even bigger, and maybe I won't be here, but that's what that song's about. I love my daughter. She was a great part of life. The best thing were my kids that I've ever done. No song will ever be the equivalent of producing those two children. So I love them, and if you know my kids, you know they're awesome. And if you know that they're out there and they can get on, let them know that I'm singing about them and for them today. Okay. Hey, so my daughter, who turns 27, this month, this year, spent some time with us a few months ago, a couple years, I guess, and there was a hurricane in Florida where we lived, and long story short, there wasn't a whole lot to do, and so she ended up helping my wife, Carrie, doing some sewing, and Vashti doesn't do sewing, had never really gotten into that, but there wasn't a lot to do, and Carrie had things to be done, and so I walked into a room, and Vashti was helping Carrie, doing some seam ripping and things, and I said, "What are you doing?" I just couldn't believe my eyes, and she said, "Well, Dad, you got to do something when there's nothing to do." And I immediately had this song in mind. So, a song written, inspired by my daughter. Here you go. Well, you got to do something when there's nothing to do. You got to do something when you're feeling the blues. You got to do something when you're feeling the pain. You might as well get up, go out and dance in the rain. Oh, yeah. Well, you gotta do something when there's nothing to do. You gotta do something when you're feeling the blues. Yeah, you gotta do something when there's nothing to do. Well, you gotta do something when there's nothing to do. You gotta do something when you feel like you lose. You gotta do something when you're feeling the drain. Well, you might as well stand up, stretch and sing this refrain. Oh, yeah. You gotta do something when there's nothing to do. You gotta do something when you're feeling the blues. Yeah, you gotta do something when there's nothing to do. You're having to do. You gotta do something when you're feeling insane. You might as well rise up, run, and throw off restraint. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, now you gotta do something when there's nothing to do. Yeah, you gotta do something when you're feeling the blues. You gotta do something when there's nothing to do. Something when you're feeling the blues. You gotta do something when you're feeling the pain. Oh, you might as well get up and dance in the rain. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you gotta do something when there's nothing to do. You gotta do something when you're feeling the blues. You gotta do something when there's nothing to do. Yeah, you gotta do something when there's nothing to do. Yeah. So that song was written back in 17, actually. It was inspired by that one line, and I knew exactly where I was going with it, and it just made sense. And so thank you very much, Vashti, for singing a sing-songy little line that led me to that song. It's been a fun song. We have a music video to it. You can always do a search. Go to YouTube, look up Randy E. Bishop, and look up You Gotta Do Something When There's Nothing to Do. And you can see a music video. You'll actually see my pretty wife in there with me, and it's kind of B-roll stuff that we just threw it all together because, well, we had to do something when there was nothing to do. So, and a shout out to my friend Jeremy Going, who videotaped and edited and produced that video too. He did a great job. So thanks to Jeremy for doing that. Next song I want to do for you is a song that I did for my oldest, no, this is my youngest daughter. And I apologize for just a second. I am running out of power and I tripped over a cable. Hold on just 1 second. Had a friend in college who used to say, Randy, just remember that those who live by electronics die by electronics. And isn't it the truth nowadays? So anyway, back to where I started. Several years ago when my kids were younger, you know, it was real easy to sit around and look at them and get ideas and play guitar. And it was no different when my second daughter, Christiana, came around. And so I wrote this song, She's Always Been, still is today, an individual. Unlike anyone around her, unlike any of the kids that were in her class, unlike probably anyone she works with. And that's okay. She's beautiful, she's vivacious, she's talented, and she makes me very happy, very proud. And this is a song I wrote because one day I was in my studio and I was creating some music and I had headphones on, I was mixing and just oblivious to the world around me. And I turned, and only to see right next to me in a chair over against the wall, Christiana. Now, at this point, she'd have been, I want to say 10, maybe 9 or 10. And she was just sitting there with a book, happy to be in my studio near me. And it struck me. It really struck me that she was here. She was in her own world, but she was content to be with me. And it just amazed me how much you could love somebody who was just sitting right there and really did nothing. It just really struck my heart. So you are here in your own world. You are here stealing my heart unaware. You don't know. You are here, dreaming and proud, singing out loud, needing no crowd. You don't know, but I do. You are here, you are mine. You don't know how you shine. You are here and our hearts mine. What will I do? You are here in my heart, such a sweet natural part. You are here and I think I'm in love with you. You are here, life from my life. You are here, joy every breath that you take. You don't know. You are here, plugging along, stubborn and song. Sing your own song, you don't know. But I do. You are here, you are mine. You don't know how you shine. You are My heart breaks for the time love awakes, for another will not love you as I do. So that's a song about my daughter, Christiana. For my daughter, she just joined me that day and just was there happy, and I'll never forget those moments. So I wrote that song for her and about her. So I hope you enjoyed that. I released that just on a short EP, boy, about 13 years ago, and never really did much with it. Never really went anywhere. I just kind of let it forget, let it be forgotten. But I thought I'd share that song with you today, as I'm doing a little mini concert of songs for and inspired by my children, and things that you all can enjoy too. So, and hopefully if you're a parent, they'll give you something that you can think about with your kids and enjoy. About the same time I wrote the song You Are Here for my daughter, she was learning to play guitar, and this song was a song that came out of us just sitting and learning to strum together. We're sitting here playing our guitars together, simply strumming a few bars. Before we go to bed tonight, that's why I'm here with you. You're my delight. Ooh, everything's alright. Ooh, everything's alright. We're always going to get along or see eye to eye, because I know that you're a lot like me. I'll try to listen, understanding what you need. I'll turn your darkness bright. I'll try to make it right. So now we're here singing our new song. We got no worries, nothing is wrong. Though struggles may arise, there's none within sight. Ooh, everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. That's the song I wrote for my daughter, with my daughter, sitting and strumming on the guitar. I want to say thanks to Carrie for being with me. Thank you, honey. It's really nice to know somebody's tuning in. And I want to say hi to Amy Ogue up in Las Vegas. And nice to have you joining us. I know there's a few other. I can't see everybody that's getting on, but thank you so much for joining us. Please do me a favor. Hit like, hit share, maybe hit a watch party, and invite all your friends and family and folks that are on your Facebook to join in and enjoy it and get to know me, get to know my music. I'd appreciate that. And Franklin has now joined us. It's so good to see Franklin. I kind of expected to see him here today. Another song that happened back in the days of the kids being like 10, 12, 13 years old is a song that started actually when I had a little ukulele that I would run around the house when they were littler, and I would tune it to an open tuning, and we would I always tried to I always tried to tire them out is what I tried to do because they were little rambunctious kids, let me tell you. And so I would always play songs, and I had the go to bed song, and I had all kinds of songs. I had Vashti Was a Monster song. That was a cool song. And anyway, this particular song came out of the ukulele times, and what family doesn't eat waffles? I mean, that's the whole point. And what kid doesn't like a waffle? And I know you're going to find some exception for me, but let's just run with this, okay? Well, Saturday morning, 7 a.m., sound asleep, enjoying my bed. The door flies open, my daughter's bouncing, and these are the words they said. It's the Waffle Song. It's the Waffle Song. It's the Waffle Song. Oh, won't you sing along? It's the Waffle Song. Yes, it's the Waffle Song. It's the Waffle Song. Oh, won't you sing along? Well, I'm groggy from sleeping, still not awake. Stand in the kitchen, you know what I make. The iron's steaming and the syrup is sweet. They gobble it up like it's cake. It's the Waffle Song. It's the Waffle Song. Oh, it's the Waffle Song. So won't you sing along? It's the Waffle Song. It's the Waffle Song. It's the Waffle Song. Oh, won't you sing along? And that's kind of how it was. It was just fun, and we would sit around. We would actually dance around the house and sing that song, the Waffle Song. I actually released that as a single. I still have recordings of when the kids sang that with me in a recording, and so I reworked it, re-sang it, and released that back in 2018 as a single. So you can find that actually as a recording and hear my children singing the Waffle Song with me, as well as you can hear Christiana singing with me on a song from the album Walk Upon the Water that I did a few seconds ago, which was Everything's Alright. That song was on the album Walk Upon the Water, and I still had a recording of her singing with me, so that's something you can enjoy. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Franklin. I see that you said hi, and please do me a favor, hit like, hit share, start a watch party, share it with all your friends. Got a few more for you. I just decided to do as many about my kids and inspired by my kids as I could, and got a special treat that hasn't been performed publicly ever, and probably never will again. So stay with me, because I'm gonna unleash the earliest possibly earliest known song that I ever wrote, according to my saintly mother, and yeah, that's what she says. So, and I'm gonna do it. So stick around. One of the first singles that I did in 18. The Best Part of Texas is a song that was inspired by my daughter, Vashti, as she left to come to Texas. We lived in Florida at the time. She graduated high school, she went to Texas. As I watched her drive off that Monday morning, I kind of sang those words. She moved away so early Monday morning, and started this song. Now, this song is not necessarily about my daughter, but it was inspired by her moving. So. She moved away so early Monday morning. The thought of losing her made my head spin. I couldn't bear to think that she'd be so damn far away. that I packed my bags on Tuesday, drove my truck right into Wednesday, and in the Lone Star State I'm with her once again. The best part of Texas is right here in my arms. It's so great to have my woman here with me. The best part of Texas is one me with her charms. The best part of Texas is the place I want to be. On Thursday I heard a mockingbird start singing. I thought I found the yellow rose at the rodeo. On Friday night I listened to what Texas had to say. I helped the rancher out the next day and drove the Longhorns into Sunday. You know, only one me fell in love with my new home. The best part of Texas, it surrounds me every day. The sights and sounds are wonderful to me. The best part of Texas, you know I really have to say. The best part of Texas is that Texas is the place I want to be. Well, she moved away so early Monday morning. The thought of losing her made my head spin. Because I couldn't bear to lose my friend, the Lone Star State. As she pulled away, I had to say, well, it's so funny, things turned out this way. I didn't want to come, but I cannot leave this place. The best part of Texas is the friends that I hold dear. They are brave, true, and loyal to a T. The best part of Texas, will everybody listen here? I really do love Texas. Texas is the place I want to be. The best part of Texas is the friends that I hold dear. They are brave and true and loyal to a T. The best part of Texas, will everybody listen here? God knows how I love Texas, the great state of Texas. I really do love Texas. Texas is the place I want to be. Got that right. I love Texas. Oh, Texas. Ooh. So there you go. Best part of Texas. I wrote that. Wow, long time. 8 years before I moved here. 8 or 9 years before I moved to Texas. And here I am, and I gotta say, I love it. I love being here. So glad we're here. Okay, so I promised you that if you stuck around, I was going to share something, probably the earliest known song that I ever wrote, according to my saintly mom. Mom, I hope you're tuning in. If not, I hope you're tuning in on a replay here. And now my mom tells me that I've always had music in my blood. My mom tells me that she even tells me that I was writing lyrics for somebody for hire, I guess, when I was in high school, and I don't even have a recollection of that. So, but you always trust your mom. Always trust your mom. She tells me this is the earliest known song that I ever wrote, and I decided to put it to guitar and sing it for you today. And from now on, it will be in posterity because it'll be recorded and it'll be out here on the internet. I'm just going to back up a second. I did have a question. Somebody said, "Where can you buy my CDs?" All my music, Walk Upon the Water album, all of the singles that I put out in 2018. Those are all available on Amazon and iTunes. If you really want a CD copy, I do have CDs of both of those hard copies. I don't really have an order place on set up online yet, but you're more than welcome to hit message right here on Randy E. Bishop on my musician page, and I will make sure to communicate with you and get those out to you. We are working on getting my website and an order place up, but for now you can always order it on Amazon, iTunes, and anywhere fine MP3s are sold, I guess. So anyway, okay, the first known song with my current newest embellishments, and after this you hopefully will still be my friends. And my wife told me, she said, "You're really gonna do it?" And I said, "Yeah." So folks, here goes. Okay. Dino the dinosaur fell into a great big hole, and he was crying, "Help, help." Now Dino the dinosaur, he is in that great big hole, and he will need our help. Oh, Dino the dinosaur, Dino the dinosaur, yes, Dino the dinosaur, he needs our help. Dino the dinosaur fell into a great big hole, and he was crying, "Help, help." Dino the dinosaur is still in that great big hole, and he will need our help. There you go. Dino the Dinosaur. The first song ever written by Randy E. Bishop. And Mom, if you're on, and if not, maybe you can write in and tell us exactly how old you thought I was when I wrote the Dino the Dinosaur song. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed Dino the Dinosaur, everybody, because yeah, that was definitely a cool song. And putting it to music all these years later really speaks to me. So Dino, it's going to be a big hit on my next album. Probably never play it live again. You never know, though. You know, my kids you might bring the grandkids over, and they'll probably have Dino the Dinosaur again. So I had a grandson, and just like when my children were small, I end up writing songs for them. And this is the song for my grandson Eli. He wrote it one night when his parents, who were staying with us when he was just a wee baby, about 2 months old maybe, they decided they needed a night off. And I see Mike Berman watching, and I see Diane Schaefer with us. Thank you so much for joining. It's a song for my grandson Eli, Elijah Walker. It goes like this. You're my grandson, and I want you to know you can run to me, no matter how far. Just know where you are, you can run to me. I won't be so far away. Run to me at night or in day. You're my grandson, and I want you to know you can run to me, wherever you'll be. I hope you can see you can run to me. You won't be too far away. You just do not have to be afraid. You're my grandson, and I want you to know you can run to me. Did that as a single back in 18, part of those singles. New song coming out on the new album. I'm going to finally get something that's new, that's unreleased, that you're going to be able to hear in the upcoming months. Song called BudRow On The Move. It goes... BudRow on the move, BudRow on the move. Look out, BudRow's coming, BudRow on the move, BudRow on the move, BudRow on the move. Look out, BudRow's coming, BudRow on the move. Moving fast his little legs, in the mind there's something begs to ask the question, where to next? He's BudRow on the move. Walking round, what's on his mind? Going straight, turn on a dime. Can man get there just in time? He's BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. Look out, BudRow's coming. BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. Oh, look out, BudRow's coming. BudRow on the move. Running around, just doing his thing, looking for a chicken wing. It's food he's got a hankering for. BudRow's on the move. Walking around, what's on his mind? Going straight, turn on a dime. Oh, can man get there just in time? He's BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. Oh, look out, BudRow's coming. BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. Look out, BudRow's coming. BudRow on the move. Running round from here to there. BudRow on the move. Running round, going everywhere. He's BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. Look out, BudRow's coming. BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. BudRow on the move. Look out, BudRow's coming. BudRow on the move. That little boy Elijah that I wrote, Run to Me, that's the song that I wrote for him now, because that little BudRow, he can get around. Well, hey, I have enjoyed being with you. I hope you've enjoyed being with me. Again, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed what you heard, please do me a favor. Hit like, hit share, maybe even do a watch party with all your friends at another time of the day or another day. That would be great. Introduce me around a little bit. I'd love to get to know your friends and have them join us on other live streams. If you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead on your computer and just hit me a message from my website, and I'll be welcome to. I'm sorry about that. I'm just getting tongue-tied. I'd love to answer them and love to have a conversation with you. So thanks for joining me. God bless you. Have a great day.